Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. Daily planner applications are becoming more and more popular, and in today's video we are actually diving into one of them. It's been a really long time since I reviewed this previously. I think it's been up to a year, but this application is called Sunsama, and the point of an application like this is to help you plan out your day and to do calendar blocking easier. But before we jump into the application, let's take a look at the pricing. So there is a 14-day free trial, which I am on right now to do this video, but you also have a yearly and a monthly subscription. The yearly subscription will set you back 16 USD each month, while the monthly subscription will only set you or will set you back $20 each month. Not only it is actually more expensive, but no free plans here, just the two paid plans. And daily planner applications, especially the ones like Sunsama and even things like Akiflow, are actually quite expensive. Motion is another one that is quite expensive. So these applications get quite expensive, but the point is that Sunsama wants to help you do your daily planning, and I have seen a bunch of different daily planner applications, but one main thing that Sunsama actually has is its hand holding in what it calls routines, or I think they're called wind down and planning, but basically they are routines. Some kind of hand holding is a great way of looking at it to help you plan out your day. So you have something called daily planning. I've already finished my daily planning for today, but I also have something called daily wind down or daily shutdown, which I can press here, and I can go over and review how much time I spent on each one of my tasks. I haven't done anything today, so I've just opened this application. You have your home view right here, and you can actually add weekly objectives. So let's say I had an important project that needs to be done by the end of the week, so I could say project done. And the reason why I would do something like this is to have this in the back of my mind whenever I am planning out my days. So let's say my project was something regarding my YouTube channel. I could click this, finish this task. So click it right here. It is finished, and I can then go ahead and finish the project. But I could also open this up to take a look at it. I could plan out some time to work on it, like here and here, and I could actually add this into my week. I would probably do it a little differently. So let's say I would plan this out for 3 days. I would then jump into this, and I would actually have some notes or some additional information so that I would be able to do the tasks related to this. Probably subtasks I would add right here. Either subtasks or notes. Some people like subtasks. I prefer to just write my notes down, so do this and do that. But that is totally up to you. But I could do a couple of subtasks. So one subtask here, and let's say I wanted to work on something else this day, I could write that here, and you get the point. So that is basically how you would use projects inside of an application like this. And I can go ahead and I can check off my subtasks as I go. And as you can see, it also appears here once I've done it. So let's say I've finished this one. It will pop up in today because it got finished today. So that is the basic abilities. You of course also have the ability to drag things back and forward like this. So that is just something you would expect from an application like this. You have Google Calendar integration, you have an Outlook integration, you have this objects or objectives, and you also have a backlog of tasks. So think of this as your not necessarily your inbox, but tasks you have to do that you aren't ready to do yet. So let's just do a test task and add it into my backlog. And actually, let's say that this is a personal task I want to do. I can then drag it into my day once I'm ready to do it, but I would recommend having a backlog of your tasks. So once you come up with a task idea that you have to do someday, but you aren't ready to schedule it yet, it should go into your backlog. It is quite similar to the inbox feature, but it isn't necessarily an inbox feature since we are categorizing it. But I guess you could call it an inbox when it comes to like daily planning, because once you've processed this, you should have your tasks on different days. You also have an archive of things, you have a search, and you also have the updates right here, as well as the plus button, which gives you a lot more integration. So this integrates to things like Monday.com, Linear, ClickUp, Notion, Gmail, Todoist, Asana, Trello. There are a bunch of different, GitHub is another one, a bunch of different integrations. And the point is that all of these integrations are supposed to help you get all of your tasks across a lot of different applications. So let's say you are using Sunsama, you're using Sunsama for your private life, but you are using something like Trello or even Asana for your work, and you might have a side project where you use Notion. You can actually get all of those things into this application and plan them and do calendar blocking using that. So that is a feature that many of the daily planner applications have, the ability to actually get tasks from multiple different locations consolidated into your daily planner. But you can also go ahead and change the views here. That is also something to keep in mind. I could look at this as a calendar. I honestly really like the board view. I don't know why, but I have always really enjoyed the board view, and I'm not a big fan of like calendar blocking like this. So having a task here and having another task here and just going like that. I prefer whenever it is not meetings to just have it in a board view and just tackle one task after another. But again, that is also personal. You can also go ahead and filter your tasks based on work or personal. So if I'm at work, I would probably put this filter on to see my work stuff. I could do my personal stuff. I could manage the channels. I would probably have one for social media related things as well. So you get the point of how this actually works. The main selling point, just to conclude the video, the main selling point of Sunsama compared to other like daily planner applications is the fact that you have this daily shutdown here, which allows you to see how your day went and actually reflect on that. And you also have your daily planning, which doesn't show up now because I've already done it. But the daily planning idea here is that it helps you plan out your day and tells you when you might actually be working too much. So that happens to me a lot. I tend to overwork myself, and this is supposed to help you actually stay away from that and help you think about how much work you are actually doing. So here you can see predicted workload, you can see planned shutdown time. So you get the ability to see how much you have to do, and it asks you like, is there something that could wait? So this isn't necessarily perfect when I'm doing it right now because, as I said, I've already done it for the day. But this is basically how it would look like. I could drag my tasks into here, or I could actually just add new tasks or events from right here. So this would be an event where I can add people, descriptions, Google Meet video conferencing or Zoom video conferencing. So I can do that as well, but I can also just go ahead and I can drag things into here, and then I can press looks good. I can see my plan for the day, and I can write if there are any obstacles in my way, and I can then just press get started. As you saw, there is also an ability to allow you to post your schedule into Teams or Slack if you are working in a team and you need to tell them what you are working on today. That was it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you for watching this short guide on Sunsama.